Divya, very nice to have you. Fresh member of the Data Festival Committee. Glad to have you. It's very great what you do, and maybe you can share a little bit what's your passion about data. Why did you choose to join us in the committee?
Yeah.
What's the experience so far?
You guys are doing amazing, and I was like, okay, I need to get to know these people better, and that's always the first motivation, to get to know people working in the field more senior to you, to understand how do they overcome challenges, and that would always be fruitful, and I'm glad I did this.
Nice. We are good to have you. I mean, you also have a lot of experience in the field, and I think Zattoo is a great company, like the German Netflix. So
yeah. I mean, so Zattoo is in the TV streaming business, and I lead the data and analytics team there. And it's fun because we know everything about what are our users watching, when are they watching, where are they watching. So we know what was the most popular show yesterday, we know what was the most popular device yesterday, where were they watching it, why were they watching it to some extent. So this is super cool to work with, right? You're in the TV business. And also to understand, how does pandemic affect us? How does seasonality affect us? Are people traveling? Are they watching more travel shows? So this is a super cool place to be, because the data is huge. There's a lot of potential in analyzing trends, in working with data products to feed it back to the product. So that's a super cool place to be, and I'm enjoying it.
Can you share a little bit how much data are you producing in a day or so? Can you share that?
How much data are we producing every day? We say 4 terabytes of data is what we are touching every day, basically.
Wow.
Like touching. We're not producing all of it for the data team, but that's what we're touching.
Wow. Cool. Very cool.
But I mean, of course, you process it and keep some of it for the data teams, and that's because you have to go through every stream to process the right amount of data for yourself.
So do you then rather keep the metadata of the shows, or
So the metadata, yes, so that works quite for all live shows. You have this EPG data, right, and which is quite common in the TV industry, which would tell you what shows are running when, in what categories are they in, what are who was directing it, who was doing what. So this is always attached to, firstly, the live data, and this you have all the time. So this is something that we do attach to whenever people are watching shows, and then we can derive more insights out of this EPG data. You of course need it for the main product also, because that's what you're seeing. Okay, this is the show that is going to run, and is it useful or not useful? But you can derive a lot of value out of this to not just use it later, but for example, we are a lot more into the live TV business than the VOD business, and EPG data can also already help. You get the EPG also for the stuff that is upcoming, right? So you get to know that for the next up to 7 days or something on
from the
broadcasters.
From
the broadcasters, you get to know this, and there are EPG providers. Basically, that's not you have middlemen doing this.
Okay, because you are basically a platform for the broadcasters, right? For the people who don't know Zattoo, I just learned I'm one of the Xbox users.
So if I have to get into this, so Zattoo works in 2 different ways. We are direct to the consumer, so we are in a B2C space, and we are also in the B2B space. And in the B2C space, we actually go to all the content providers, make our own deals, and then package it into one of our products. So you would, for example, buy a Zattoo Premium or Ultimate subscription that would give you all the channels that you can watch. Maybe it would also give you some VOD content. And at the back end, we have all these deals with the broadcasters. And EPG data is just what we get from all the from a third party than for all of these channels that we have. And this is how we package, and you buy this, and mostly it's of course going to be similar to what you would get if you buy some other package in Germany or wherever we are operating. We mostly operate out of the DACH region in the DTC market. But in the B2B business, we are actually selling TV as a platform to other businesses. They're mostly telecom providers or electricity providers, water providers who also sell TV services along with these other services.
Okay, okay.
So imagine, like, I think an example in Germany that you would for sure know is that Telecom has Magenta TV.
Yes, okay.
I mean, we don't, Zattoo does not provide the backend there, but basically you club in TV services along with your main product. And we are basically IPTV. So,
okay.
So
cool.
Yeah. So yeah, it's all over on the internet. That's this is important. I mean, for the consumer it does not matter, but it is important in terms of technology.
Yeah.
And that's why maybe it matters more for telecom providers, because you need fast internet to get this, and to club then TV with high-speed internet is a very good strategy.
Okay, now I understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, because then they would sell you obviously a larger package in terms of consumption that you could stream 4K or whatever.
Yeah. And it does make
sense.
Thank you. Yeah, and then to sell this, and of course it makes sense to retain the customers, because more services people use, it's better.
Yeah.
To diversify, and for us it's like we at Zattoo, since we operate both as a B2C and a B2B player, but we get the data for all of it. It's super cool because we have a lot of learnings on the B2C side that we can then apply to the B2B side. We have insights on this which we can apply, and we can productize it. For example, our recommendation systems is we initially started only internally on our D2C product, but now we are trying to productize it and sell it with our TV services to our other customers, B2B players.
And how would they use it? They would just use it as a service for their allocation of
So
shows
we would actually put it on for them.
Okay.
And we would just say that, okay, you also buy this along with this. If you want to personalize for your own users, we can sell it on top.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's very smart. So this is okay. So you become also a platform, let's say, for TV-specific AI use cases.
Yeah. So for me, this is super cool because I'm in a place where I can attach money quite quickly if possible. So for these AI services and also for analytics. So that's something that I'm trying to push for also, that we can have analytics for the B2B customers. We don't really have that now, but this is on our vision.
Very nice. Yeah. Okay, so that they understand, like, how are their customers? What would they need? What are they watching?
What would they need? And one of the needs that I see that they are doing is currently we at least do not manage their content. So they are the ones who would manage their pricing packages. So if we are selling to 1&1, for example, they would be the one who would decide their packages as to what kind of channels do you get with the package that they sell to their customers. And to optimize that, they need data. And that would be one place. I mean, we do give data, but currently we are giving back raw data much more than processed data. And I think it's smarter that we process all of it together because it's the same structure, and give them analytics back, insights back, instead of the raw data.
Especially if you kind of understand their customer base, maybe, then this could be two-way even.
Yeah, because the cool part about our business is because we have this whole DTC place where we can actually try out some of these insights already in our own company before we actually give it out to our customers.
That's very smart. Eat your own dog food.
It's tried, tested. We know it works.
Very nice. That's super cool. And then what I love about the industry is that you have this real-time, for example, in the car industry, if you sell a car, then you look back, like you have to wait 4 years or 3 years to see if the person liked the car and is buying the same car again or another model or something. I mean, they're also going into this field, as we learned today, with connected car and everything. But I love that you have this direct feedback.
It's way faster, yeah. It's way faster anywhere in the whole tech industry, right? So that's then super it's cool. Upon you to how fast you want to go.
Yeah, that's very nice. And how do you? I mean, is your recommender better than the one from Netflix, or are you even comparing yourself to them?
So we don't compare ourselves to VOD players, although I guess as a very high-level North Star that would be the case, but we don't, because I mean, the live use case which we are more focused on today, although we do have VOD and it would grow, we know that, but this is more our focus, and it's then you compare yourself to the other live players if you're in the B2C business or direct-to-consumer business, or if you're in the B2B business, we compare ourselves to our competition who is selling TV platforms. So that's how we differentiate. So I would say non-IP TV, live TV is competition, but Netflix maybe not. And till now, at least, it does work with the user behavior also, because all of us have multiple subscriptions. I mean, so you don't really have to compete at this point, but I guess the future will change.
Interesting. But because Amazon, for example, I just saw that with soccer or something are more stepping into the live streaming
they are.
industry.
So, they are changing. Prime. So that's why the world will change in some years. Yeah. But currently, like if you look at places like US, where an average consumer has 7 different TV subscriptions, it's crazy.
Well, I remember when I just had some friends who had Premiere or Sky Abo, and now it's much more common.
But it's getting there. I mean, it will consolidate in some time, and it will all come together. So, but today, I don't think it would be fair for us to compare with the Netflix of the world.
No. But it's interesting to see like where you're heading, and what do you think will be the main differentiator then? Why would clients then choose Zattoo? What do you think? How can AI, machine learning, play a role for the value proposition?
So currently, I would say it's just different type of content. So you would choose Netflix for what Netflix provide, and Zattoo for what Zattoo provides. And
what is the number one content? Like, can you share that, or what are people loving? Where they can just watch on Zattoo, or what is the
I think it's the
bestseller?
It's all the normal TV channels, right? It's the same order for like any other live TV that you would buy. What people love about us is stuff like which I mean is different is you can on the live TV you could record, and we are much more focused on live TV now. You can go in front, go back, where AI would I think play a role quite a bit, which we start to see in Switzerland is where we are also where the ads community is now, or everyone is trying to also commercialize on this whole IPTV. So live TV have ads, right? So live TV have ads, but with IPTV you can also watch this live TV later or before. So for example, in Switzerland, the laws are way more consolidated, and you can watch the content played today live up till 7 days. And that's the same for all broadcasters. In Germany, it's very fragmented. So how much you can watch what content depends on the broadcaster and how did you procure the rights and everything. In Switzerland, it's very standardized. You procure it from a central body, and you procure it for then we call it recall, that how many days can you watch the live content later. It would be 7 days later, and on that you would still see those live ads, but this stuff is not actually monetized in the sense that no one is getting benefits out of this, because all the how people measure TV viewing is outside of IPTV, and it's outside of IPTV.
Okay, so if I watch an advertisement live, the advertiser gets paid, let's say, but if I watch it offline, let's say, then nobody cares. Okay, that's interesting.
Sure. Okay. And for this, I mean, there are new regulations coming into place to bring this, and I think what is really going to be interesting is dynamic ad substitution. So you are able to substitute these ads, and that's where I guess AI would play a big role in the live TV space, where you can substitute these ads.
And also track the I mean, I remember I did an internship at one of those big market research companies in Germany, and they have this test market in Hasloch. Do you know that? Where this is a little town which is kind of representing the typical German. And they have each TV has a device where they track what people are watching, and so that's how they measured at this time if advertisings work. And
IPTV is hard to include there because these systems have been not set up when IPTV was introduced, and now this would change slowly. So, but I mean, I think the biggest leap that I see, and I like one thing that we have established in our company is that live TV is not going away. The share may decrease. We also see that IPTV would increase. So currently it's much lesser. It would increase because it gives you way more freedom. It gives you freedom of watching later, freedom of recording, which you do not have in other formats so much. So the freedom that this gives you, and with internet bandwidths always increasing, so it becomes like you can watch TV anywhere. All of these like benefits will make people move towards IPTV. We know that live TV is not dying. Okay, shares will be eaten by VOD over time, but it's not going to go away. And then advertising will always remain, and then the formats are going to change, and that's what I think the key is going to be in some years. So Switzerland has always been a pioneer in all these rights and stuff, which is why I think our company is Swiss. So that's how it started.
I didn't know. I thought it was German actually.
No, it's a Swiss company.
A Swiss company. Yeah. Very nice. So thank you very much for sharing. We are super happy and proud to have you on the team. And please reach out if you would like to work at Zattoo. And Divya, thank you very much.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you so much for the interview. I enjoyed it.